Is the system truly, truly collapsing? The answer is yes, absolutely. The system is collapsing. But the answer is also no. And bear with me in this 10-minute video, and I'll explain and I'll show you my thought process and my logical circuit based on information you can look at on the internet. But this is how I connect the dots. So I've been talking a lot about Fed Now services. Now, I know that that's not cryptocurrency. You're like, oh, it's not cryptocurrency. It is real-time payments, on-demand liquidity, 24/7. So yes, the banking system as we know it is collapsing. The banks, central banks, the world is in a liquidity crisis. There is no money, guys. It's just money in a quantum computer. All of your money is debt in the system. So I'll keep repeating the same things. All the money is debt. So every dollar you deposit into the bank is lent out to another human being. So we're in a really, really crazy position right now. So if you don't mind, I'll take you back a little bit further and then we'll connect the dots all the way to right now on what's actually happening with the banking system. Fair? So let's go back to 1971. We detached from the gold standard, making our currency fiat, fake money. Before 1971, there was an American dream. Our money was backed by gold. It actually had value. So when we detached from the gold standard, our money became fiat, became a debt-based system. So we have what's called fractional reserve banking. When you put your $100 into a bank, they can lend that money out over and over again. For example, you put your $100 into a bank, okay? A person comes in and gets a loan for $100. So they before they had to keep 10%. They can loan out your $90 to the next person walking in. They take that and go put it at their bank, okay? So they're depositing $90 into their bank. They put $90 into their bank, they only have to have 10% of that. See what I'm saying? So they hold $9 and they take the other amount and the other person gets a loan, puts it in their bank. So your money gets lent out over and over and over again. Well, this has been happening for a very, very long time. So we've been in a low interest rate environment for a very, very, very long time. So let's fast forward to about 2006. We had a big, big financial crisis, okay? One of the biggest housing crises in our history. This pointed out the weakness in a lot of banks, the systems and processes. They were giving loans to cats, giving loans to people with no stated income. Anybody could get a house, interest only loans. It's almost like they purposely collapsed the system. I don't know who did it, but I went into banking in 2007 and I got to see the back end of that. It was crazy. People were coming into the bank that had $1 million mortgages that had no income. So that's when my first logical circuit kicked off. I was just getting started banking. I'm like, this makes no sense. Who approved this? So 2007, everything starts collapsing down. We go into 2008, 2009. Bitcoin's inception was created in 2009. By 2012, the FDIC created the Bail-in Committee, which is what we're experiencing right now. Obama launched his rescue plan. And from 2012 to now, let's walk through that. Okay, from 2012 to now, we've been in a low interest rate environment. And around 2020, we had a massive pandemic. You guys remember that? And all of a sudden, they turned the printing machine on full blast because globally, interesting enough, hear me out, globally, the whole system gets shut down. Money stops moving through the system. Supply chains gets disrupted. Everybody needs assistance. So they start giving stimulus checks. They turn the printing machine on full blast. So the printing machine's on full blast from 2020 to 2022 with a low interest rate environment. Money is flowing like water. Everybody's getting stimulus checks. Banks, companies, there's money flowing in like crazy. And all of a sudden they turn off the faucet. And at the same time they raise interest rates. But hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Your banks were already preparing in 2017 for real-time payments, on-demand liquidity, and distributed ledger technology. So they turn off the printing machine. They blast interest rates through the roof to cool inflation due to the supply chain problems that were caused in 2020 from all of us getting locked down in a pandemic. So all this money flooded into cryptocurrency and assets. So in 2022, when they turned off the printing machine, and they start raising interest rates and they start collapsing crypto exchanges and a stable coin. Cryptocurrency is a fraud. Get out of cryptocurrency. Everybody panics. They panic sell out of cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is a fraud. Get out of it. Stay away from it. Then we come rolling into 2023. And ironically, at the exact same time that we start bailing in these banks that have a liquidity crisis happening right now, the public is struggling like crazy because of interest rates. Companies are in a stranglehold right now because all of their stimulus is drying up. The government is not buying junk bonds anymore, so real companies that don't have the real companies, excuse me, companies that don't have capital that were relying on debt are screwed. But at the exact same time, FedNow Services launches, ISO 20002 launches, T2, the European Central Bank launches, the exact same time. So yes, the old system is collapsing. Web 2.0 is collapsing. We're moving into Web 3.0. Industrial is collapsing. We're moving into technical. The old archaic banking SWIFT system is dying, and we're moving into distributed ledger technology, real-time payments, on-demand liquidity. But don't take my word for it if you're still here. Let me show you the actual documents of what's happening with your banking system right now as we speak. And if you want the long form videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel, link in bio. Every single day I do video. Okay, bear with me. I love that TikTok has these videos now. Okay, so this was interesting. I showed this on my last TikTok. In the 1929 crisis, J.P. Morgan allegedly, right? There was alleged bank run where there was a rumor of a bank run. People ran the banks. There was only 8,000 banks under the Federal Reserve. Those Federal Reserve banks got injection, and there were 16,000 banks that weren't part of it. These banks monopolized by lending to them, getting everybody under the Federal Reserve. That was loosely translated. But it seems like the same thing is happening right now. Bank of America, JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, same 1929. Now we're in 2023. JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon is spearheading where all these big national banks are helping out the regional banks, giving them money. Same model? I'm not sure. And then right at the same time, FedNow Services, on-demand liquidity, real-time payments, RTP, March 3rd, 2023, when banks are being bailed in. In your consumer account addenda at Wells Fargo, RTP, FedNow Services, real-time payments, page number 3 in your account addenda at Wells Fargo. It's right there, RTP. Bank of America, real-time payments, on-demand liquidity, information moving at the speed of light, transfer funds in seconds, immediately, on-demand liquidity, RTP, European Central Bank, T2, wholesale payment systems, ecosystems, new real-time gross, RTGS systems, and central bank liquidity management tools. Sounds familiar. You can pause the video and take a look at how it works. More about T2. So yes, the old system is collapsing. But the difference this time is there's a new system being built underneath it. So was it by chance that they've turned the printing machine on full blast and now they're jacking interest rates up through the roof trying to cool inflation? Well, there's supply chain problems where we're going through a climate change narrative, we're going through a war narrative, we're going through a social geopolitical narrative, and we have a presidential election coming up in 2024. So yes, there's a systematic change happening right now as we speak. And it truly is going to be the biggest change in our financial history and the biggest shift in generational wealth in our living history. So I'm just sharing with you facts, figures, numbers, logic, the 8 to 9 hours of research that I do a day. I'm obsessed with this. I love it. I think it's the greatest time in human history. Because what they've told us is don't let a good crisis go to waste. So I'm not. I don't fear this type of stuff. I know we win in the end. I believe in God. I follow the life of Jesus as close as humanly possible. I'm a good human being. I love all people, no matter what religion you are. I live under the same sun as you, so I love you. I appreciate you. And I want you to know that everything's going to be okay. But you got to get your shit together. You have to get your shit together now. Get your affairs in order. Get your debt paid off. Get a fucking budget going. Stop spending shit on you can't afford to impress people you don't like. And buckle down. There's no need to panic. But time is running out to switch your family's timeline. Warriors, rise! Get your shit together. You need support getting your shit together. Join my 120-day challenge. Link in bio. Over 6,000 warriors worldwide. It is not get rich quick. It's mindset, subconscious mind programming, goal setting. It's all about connecting heart, brain coherence, understanding you're already wealthy. It's my revolutionary 120-day challenge. Over 6,000 warriors worldwide. Lives have been changed. There is no get rich quick. Get out of that mentality. You're going to get wrecked. Love you guys. I'll see you inside. Link in bio.